Welcome to Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World, with CEO and award-winning author Yvette Bethel. This podcast is dedicated to supporting leaders with a variety of solutions to build trust, inspire authentic change, and improve morale within your organization. Learn how to grow your people, build your culture, and transform your results.
Welcome to Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World. I'm your host, Yvette Bethel, and this podcast is entitled Substance versus Form. Within a work environment, there are persons who flatly refuse to adopt political behaviors. These non-political persons reject all things political because they value substance over form. Integrity is non-negotiable to them, and so is productivity. They are intrinsically motivated and value high standards of performance. Integrity is usually a threat to the political office machine because it has the potential to expose information that politicians are determined to keep hidden. Apolitical persons are perceived as an even greater threat when it becomes clear that not only will they not participate in cover-up, they cannot be bought. Political persons believe everyone has a price, but some non-political persons believe nothing can change their resolve to live according to their values. There are times in meetings where political persons want to disguise a situation, but the non-political expert is honest, open, and unaware of the desire for cover-up. In some circumstances, the political office worker dare not approach the apolitical employee to attempt to include them in the cover-up, as there is the possibility for whistleblowing. Alternatively, the office politician may use threats or influence to subdue the non-politician. It's important to note that if a non-political person is an expert who rejects all the games of the politician, he still holds expert power whether he accepts it or not. So as we can see, persons can possess some form of power or have access to it, but when substance is more important than form, those preoccupied with substance can be unaware that power is accessible to them because they view power as a tool that only office politicians put to use for personal advancement. As a result, they do not perceive power as an instrument they can use to empower the team. If you're not aware of the power you are perceived to possess, you can be blindsided by unpleasant occurrences from persons who perceive your power and are affected by it. Their attempts to neutralize your power are not personal. These assaults are based on their need to protect their turf from anyone in their way, even if it's unwitting. If you are non-political, both self-awareness and cultural awareness are important to cultivate in order to perceive the types of power attributed to you. Here are 3 tips you can use to understand how you're being observed. Firstly, pay attention to how power players interact with you. Do they placate you or avoid you? Or are they sometimes hostile, attacking your credibility so your advice is no longer valued? What they attack can be an indicator of your power. Secondly, learn about the different types of power that exist. There's relationship power, expert power, information power, coercive power, reward power, position power, and referent power. Understand what they are and determine which ones may be assigned to you. If the type of power attributed to you seems foreign, seek a trusted mentor for insight. Thirdly, observe how non-political persons like you are being treated. If you cannot perceive the dynamics as they relate to you, you may be able to see more clearly when you can understand someone else's circumstances. Whether you engage the game of politics or not, you are a part of the system of behavior. Even if you think you're sitting in your corner avoiding all interaction, you're still contributing to sustaining the system of behavior. In other words, some people sustain politics by their action, and others sustain it by their inaction. Here are a few reasons why you should engage office politics. Firstly, you can be underestimated. Secondly, You may be passed over for promotions, yet relied on for your expertise. Thirdly, your contribution to the team may not be as valued as it should be. It's important to understand that if you value substance more than form, you can engage office politics without losing your soul. You can maintain your integrity while at the same time support the entire team. Here's how you can achieve this. Reflect on your motives. Are they self-serving, or are you motivated to support the greater good? If your motives are self-serving, step back and reframe for the good of the team. Although you may believe your supervisor and coworkers know what you're working on and the quality of your work, this is purely an assumption. This is because you may not be aware if someone is discrediting you behind the scenes. Alternatively, your supervisor can be very busy, entangled in daily urgencies. She may not be as aware of your accomplishments as you may think. To overcome this, it's important to learn the art of sharing information about your results without adopting an egotistical approach. Instead, periodic updates, where just the facts are shared without comparison to others and without embellishment, are useful. Understand the dynamics of the environment you exist within. Pay attention to who gets listened to, who gets along with whom, what's rewarded and what's punished. Then navigate this environment knowledgeably, keeping your integrity intact. If you value substance more than form, and you work within a political office environment, the good news is that you can engage office politics without sacrificing your values. By being guided by your value system, you can build strong, integrity-based relationships that can help your team achieve its goals. You can learn to use emotional and verbal discipline so you can challenge ideas with humility and respect. You can also learn to create transparency as it relates to your work and the work of your team members. Over time, you can build the skills you need to detect and correct imbalances caused by unfairness and other political behavior. Thank you for joining me at Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World. I invite you to join me this and every Monday for a new episode. In the meantime, remember, always continue to evolve.
Thanks for listening to Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World. Visit YvetteBethel.com to learn more about Yvette's leadership programs and to download her free gift, Success Tips for Igniting Your Career.